Hey there, welcome back in. This is the live stream of Charm City Live here on CBS News Baltimore. Here with Miana Massey, I'm Stephon Dingle. We're joined by Mr. Christophe from Matriarch Coffee. Thank you so much for joining us. And you hail from Rwanda, yes?
Tell us about your journey. We know the coffee shop has a unique story. Tell me a little bit about it. Matriarch Coffee, right?
So, thank you very much. As I said, my name is Christophe. I'm originally from Rwanda. I relocated here in Baltimore 7 years ago. Growing up, I grew up in a coffee farming family, and my mom has always been, the main person really running our coffee farms and making sure that everyone is right. And that's in addition to her, running the other businesses. So that's why our coffee company is called Matriarch Coffee.
Yeah.
So that's in reference to our strong mom and the other ladies who played a key role in the lives of my three partners who are from here in Baltimore. So when I moved here to Baltimore 7 years ago, I came from Rwanda. I'm trained as a physician, and I came here to do my master's in public health at Johns Hopkins School of Public Health. So while I was there, I started, connecting my family to different people in coffee business. And later when COVID came, I met three gentlemen who were going out of business in transportation who wanted to go into coffee. I was like, wait a minute, I have one of the best coffees, so how about we do coffee? So there we go. So that's how the company started, and here we are.
Gotcha. And what does it mean what have you found after setting up shop here in Baltimore, getting your coffee business going? First of all, you called it, you said the coffee that a mother loves. Was that the name you gave it?
It's everybody's mom's coffee.
Everybody's mom's coffee. That's how you remember Matriarch Coffee. You guys are set up here in Baltimore. Where can people find you, and how's business been going for you?
So we are currently online, and in a few weeks, literally 4 weeks from now, we'll be opening a coffee shop in one of the pavilions at the Inner Harbor, and it's part of a big project with the Harbor Place kind of, like rebranding and new, like place for people to find good products that are local, and we believe we'll be one of the best coffees in town. So come check us out.
Now now there's a lot of coffee drinkers here in Baltimore. They love their Dunkin' and the Starbucks. So tell us what makes Matriarch Coffee different.
So one of our uniqueness is that we can control our supply chain from the farm. So when I talk about, you see what I'm holding here is our natural coffee process, and we have our wet coffee process. So I know these coffees from when they were on the plant. So we can control quality. And I always say it's money back warranty. So if you don't like our coffee, we can refund your money. So, and I don't think many of our competitors can probably say that. And if they do, probably, that's okay.
Now you said, if you don't, I'm not a coffee drinker. Stephon said a lot of Baltimore, a lot of coffee drinkers. I mean, how can you bring me over to this side?
So one thing that I always say, you don't need to put sugar in your coffee for your coffee to be drinkable.
Okay, that's what I do. That's the problem.
I always say, try our coffee without sugar. Then if you prefer it sweet, you can have it. But I always say, if you have a taste, warm and cold. In many of the coffees that you find, do it yourself. Try it hot and try it cold without adding sugar or creamer. And let me know.
Gotcha. Well, we sure could use the iced coffee today because it's a little humid out here. Mr. Christophe, my last question before we let you go. Charm City Live, you're here. It's all things downtown Baltimore. We've been talking about this momentum that the city is building. You mentioned it. You guys are going to be setting up at the pavilion here downtown to show off local business owners. What do you make of just the energy that is happening in downtown?
Well, this is amazing. When I came here 7 years ago, of course I went to different places, but this is very different. And I also want to recognize a very important role that was played by Goldman Sachs 10,000 Small Business Program by bringing together entrepreneurs who at some other time where they actually got us, many of us were probably starting to doubt ourselves, like, is it the right path? And I also want to acknowledge my wife and 11-month-old son.
Okay.
You know, then you start like thinking, is it this time worth putting in business, or is it worth actually spending with the family? And what I saw with the Goldman Sachs program is that they really helped us to think through how do you make your business work and make sure that your family and your community is part of that business. And I think that's the same spirit that I see in this event. When you see everyone coming here with their family, this is something really good for the quality of life of people living in Baltimore, and also for the community, and it's history. Like when we are back home, you hear Baltimore as the port of entry historically. So to me, it still has that role because that was my port of entry. But I also now see myself as a local. And my business partners, one of them was born here, he grew up here, and he has taught me a lot. And there are so many things happening, and this part of this Charm City life is something that really makes a difference in the lives of people, especially locals.
Well, we are just so proud of your journey, my friend, and we're glad that you're making Baltimore home and becoming a local here in Charm City.
Yes,
John
well
Christophe
done.
with Matriarch Coffee.
Yes, I have one more question.
Yeah.
I think my manager might have mentioned a partnership with a
Yeah.
local farm.
Yep.
Yeah, so we as Matriarch Coffee, and that's a part of it that I didn't get to talk about. As a public health professional, also recognizing the role of women in the coffee industry, we put 10% of our profits in livestock and health insurance and education of girls, because it's the right thing to do. And of course, they get good coffee beans. We know the quality, but also it's right for us to try to reinvest however much we can invest in that community.
Alrighty, well,
I'd
thank
love to
you
hear the
so
partnership.
much.
Yeah.
And we'll be visiting a couple weeks, right? Can you give us a date?
Everyone coming over.
Yeah.
We'll be opening the last week of September. We make sure that we communicate the
Last
date.
week of
I don't want to say
September.
the wrong
Alright.
date.
Yes, yeah, all good, all good.
Now, this is not your last time seeing him,
Yes.
okay? Because we are going to have him on WJC. We are just so proud of you, and
Yes.
we are rooting for you.
Yes.
So much.
Yes,
Yes,
awesome.
thank you,
John
thank you.
Christophe with Matriarch Coffee.